I'm Kyle Schumann, and you're Matthew Kershaw, and welcome to the Dogcast, your semi-regular podcast on all things news and reviews in the world of video dogs.
Wait, why is this now the Dogcast?
Because I like dogs.
Do we only talk about like specific dogs, like one week we talk about terriers?
Now, fuck you, fuck terriers. Well, don't fuck terriers. That's bad, but
That's
am I right?
It's getting into dangerous territory.
Dangerous territory? Get it? I'm sorry, I kill myself now. Anyway,
Just go
dogs.
and get yourself.
Dogs, seriously.
Have you got your dog yet?
No, but I just went to see him, which is why I'm so psyched up over dogs.
Are you?
11 days. 11 days till I get him. He clawed all up my neck and up my arm, so that's pretty cool. And licked my beard, which was weird.
That's kind of strange.
He yawned in my face, which was really cute, but it smelled like dog food, so I was like, ew! But it was really cute, so it was like mixed emotions. And then, like right after I put him back in the little like puppy pen thing where he's going to stay for a few days, then he went over the corner and had a piss on the newspaper. So he was already basically house trained. How great is that? He could have pissed on me, but that would have ruined the mood.
Have I told you about my cat?
You told me it was a stray and you'd been feeding it when you should have just kicked it out and left it to rot or something.
Yeah, it's now just like sleeping in our house. I think I woke up yesterday and it was like sat on me.
Well, there's nothing worse than
Really
cat
weird.
quarters. They are the worst.
Cats are awesome though.
We should probably really talk about video games at some point.
Video games, yes. Did you see that Frank O'Connor went onto NeoGAF to apologize for the 20 gig install for the Halo Master Chief Collection?
That is fucking obscene. I had that down in my notes, actually. I made notes this week, which is the second time I've ever done that before.
We're never going to stick to them, but...
No, well, I had like two notes. One of them was that, the 20 gig install. And we'll get to the other one later, but yeah, that's fucked, really, when you consider it.
It's really dumb, but then you think that they're packing 4 AAA games onto one disc. So it kind of makes sense why there's a massive install, but it's also really stupid.
Well, with the exception of Halo 4, which was 2 discs, all of the games were 7 gigs, weren't they? So, I guess when you bang them up to 1080 and remastered Halo 2, I don't know, it just seems obscene at some point. But that 20 gig install, I believe, is the multiplayer. So you can still play the single player once the disc is installed, which is 45 gigs. I think that's what I was reading. And
oh, yeah, I did.
That doesn't include Spartan Ops. Spartan Ops isn't hitting till December.
Wait, what?
Spartan Ops is coming out in December. Apparently it's going to be one release, but they're taking some time to polish it up.
That's dumb.
I think that's... I don't know, like at some point, you've got to release something later, don't you? Like, you can't release DLC for this game, because what can you release?
I guess, but why would you take Spartan Ops out?
Well, they said they're using the time for more polish
doesn't make
or something.
sense.
But I suspect it's because if you release it like a month later, then people aren't going to trade in the game in that month, are they?
I guess
So it's like, go out and buy it and then keep it because you know this is coming in like a month's time or something. And like, what do Microsoft have in December? Probably nothing. So it's good PR. I don't know. I don't want to install another 20 gigs on the launch, do I? So.
Yeah. Nothing comes out in December though. It's always November.
Super Smash Brothers is out on December 5th in the UK.
Nobody cares about Super Smash Brothers.
I'm pumped. Because this is our second article of news. I just ordered a Wii U.
Really?
Boom. Yep.
Which model did you get?
I got the premium one, so the black one, obviously. And I got the version with Wind Waker HD.
That's what my little brother's got downstairs, yeah.
Is that Wii U pad thing, is it really shitty design? Because I see there's a gold trim on it.
Oh, it's terrible. It's horrible to hold for the start.
Well, that was going to be horrible no matter what version I bought.
Yeah.
Like, the gold trim around the outside of the... it's just that Zelda version.
Yeah, I really don't like it. I can see why Zelda fans would like it, but I don't have any sort of emotional attachment to Zelda or the franchise, so I don't look at it like that.
I have never played a Zelda game in my life.
I played one for the Game Boy. I think it was like Link, and there were 4 different versions of him. and all in different coloured tunics, and you could play multiplayer with 4 people. Well,
Like, sure, that wasn't Smash Brothers before they had more characters.
I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what it is. I have to find it.
So, the problem is, like, buying the Wind Waker thing, because I thought that's the only game I really want to play. I mean, my last Nintendo console was the DS, and before that it was the GameCube. So I never really had a great time with any of the sort of... I don't want to say first-party Nintendo, because everything's first-party on that console, but... You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a great attachment to Mario or anyone. But I figured Zelda's probably the closest. Yeah. And,
the game was,
I don't know.
Zelda, the Four Swords. Just looked it up.
4 Swords.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know when that was out.
It's really old. It's like Game Boy sort of time.
Alright. Well, as far as I'm concerned, they're all really old, except Crossbow Training, which I still think is a joke, but... I don't want to... Sorry.
Which one was that?
What's up?
Which
I think
one
it was
was
literally like the first one on the Wii U, wasn't it? On the Wii, sorry. Like, it was straight up Crossbow Training.
Are you sure you're not
really
thinking of the Nintendo Land minigame?
No, that was on the Wii U, wasn't it? I don't fucking know, dude. They just released the same game over and over and over again. Which gets to the part where I don't want to, like... I don't want to approach this, and like, say I play Wind Waker HD, I'm probably not going to get a lot out of it, because I don't have any nostalgia for it or anything. But I don't want to, like, shit on it, because somebody's childhood was that game, a lot of people's childhood was that game. So I just kind of want to see, I probably won't enjoy playing it, but I kind of hope I can get something out of it.
You could
Hyrule Warriors, which I'm going to get something out of.
You can still shit on a game even though it was somebody's childhood. I mean, my childhood was like Quake and Delta Force, and people say that they can be bad.
Yeah, but this game was like great, like probably like 90 something on Metacritic if I was to guess. And I just have to, I don't know, I'm probably never going to be able to, even if I tried to think what it was like in the time this came out, probably not going to succeed because I was playing all sorts of random shit back then.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, it's like Smash Brothers. Like, I don't know how much I'll get out of that, but I either want to be able to get to a point where I can say this is what I don't like about it, and these are valid criticisms, or I just don't want to shit on it needlessly. Like, oh, this looks like trash, and oh, the level sounds bad because it's that old, you know. Don't know. It's going to be a good experiment.
Smash is really fun though. I think I put the most time into Melee, and that is regarded as the best one. I spent so much time on Melee with my brother and our two friends.
I think the last time I remember playing it was like Nintendo 64 or something.
The first one.
There was one out there. It might be. It's just that all my friends were way into Nintendo shit growing up, and I was way into like Mega Drive first and then PlayStation. So I was playing like Army Men games when other people were playing like fucking Mario Party 20 or something. I never had any attachment to it, like anything on Nintendo except from Pokemon. Because I had, all the Game Boys and things.
I played a lot of Game Boy games, a lot of GameCube games.
Oh, I played Fire Emblem a lot. I really enjoyed that. I think it was the advanced GBA version I think I had.
I never got into Fire Emblem. I don't even know a character from it.
Oh, it was cool. I can't...
Is Pit from it?
Who?
Is Pit Fire Emblem, or is that something else?
No, I've been looking into Mario character. I've been looking into Nintendo characters because of, Smash Brothers, and they have really awesome figures. And I think Pit is from Kid Icarus.
Oh, yeah, it is Kid Icarus.
I don't know who Captain Falcon? Cool,
Captain
dude.
Falcon.
Don't know who he is.
He's from, I can't remember the name of it now. It's the racing game.
Mario Kart.
No, not Mario Kart.
Ridge Racer. I think that was PlayStation. But
Did you see the DLC for Mario Kart 8?
No? What is it?
It adds like Animal Crossing and Legend of Zelda people and tracks to the game.
Alright, I thought Zelda was already in it, but I guess not.
Oh, it looks so cool.
I just really want to buy the Link amiibo figure because I think he looks awesome. And the Marth one is pretty cool too. But I don't know what to do with them. Like, I was reading about them, and apparently you just store your character on them. So for me, who's never going to play this anywhere else, it's really pointless.
You just want to collect them.
Yeah, I don't want to collect them all. Like, fuck Donkey Kong.
Gotta catch 'em all. You cannot. Do not anger the dong.
The dong. Oh, I've angered a few dongs in my years. Anyway, so yeah, I've ordered Hyrule Warriors, so I know I at least enjoy the gameplay because it's Tecmo Koei. So
Yeah.
I feel between that and Wind Waker, I might be able to gain some reverence for Zelda, which I know I don't like Mario because I don't have any interest in platformers. So it's like I was never going to buy the Luigi Wii U no, a Zelda I might be able to like. I like RPGs,
Yeah.
so we'll see how that goes. But there's some exciting stuff. I mean, that E3 got me really pumped on a Wii U,
Yeah, they had a lot of good stuff.
like Splatoon and
Ah,
Yoshi's
Splatoon looks
Woolly
really
World.
good.
I thought Yoshi's Woolly World was really cute. So I'm
It
looking
is.
forward to that. I think that's out early next year, or earlier than
I don't know.
like.
All I
summer.
remember is most of Nintendo was 2015.
Yeah, maybe I'm confusing that with Toad Tracker, which was like the only thing that didn't interest me.
Are you sure you don't mean Captain Toad?
I don't. Yeah, sure. I don't know. It's
Because
Nintendo characters. There was a mushroom on screen. What more do you want?
that's pretty much all of Nintendo right there.
So, yeah, exciting news. Start getting more Wii U coverage on the site.
We can finally fill out the Wii U tag.
Yeah, I'm probably going to pick up Bayonetta 2 because that's out on Friday in the UK. And
Is it?
It's been a while since I played Bayonetta. I never completed it, but I saw a lot of it being played, and I played a few of the bosses and things like with my granddad because he's like way better at action games than I am. You know, like Dante's Inferno style, like third-person slasher games.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I don't know, he just hammers A until everything dies, and I just try to overthink things and get killed and stuff. But I always have to do the bosses from. So that was basically my Bayonetta experience. So I might pick that up on PSN or something, because it's only like a tenner.
Is it?
I'll do that again before Friday.
Don't you get Bayonetta 1 and 2 in...
Only in
Wii
the
version?
special edition. And it's more
right.
expensive for me to buy that than buy it on PSN and then buy the Bayonetta 2 normal edition.
Ah, fair enough.
But it's like £3 more expensive, so... Also, then I have to... You know, that's like my entire Wii U storage taken up.
Yeah.
What is it, 32 gigs or something, and probably like 5 of that is going to be system.
Yeah. I think it's more than 5. I know
Yeah.
they just put out a update where if you don't agree to it, it basically activates a kill switch and bricks your Wii U. Which is a bit scummy.
I'll agree to it. Unless I hit B axle, I don't even know the buttons on a Wii U controller.
Well, first you have to learn how to use the gamepad and which way to hold it.
Well, one of the sides got triggers on it, so I can imagine which way. I was going to pick up one of the Pro controllers, like, you know, the 360 one.
Oh,
like,
no, don't you mean the GameCube ones?
No, I literally mean the Wii U Pro controllers.
Oh, I know what you're on about, yeah.
But they're 40 quid, and I figured I wanted to play Bayonetta the real way it was meant to be played, on the gamepad. With the screen. We'll see. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I've heard people really like using the gamepad, like you can just sit in bed and play games on the gamepad.
There's a lot of times I like to watch shit on my computer, and I don't have the HDMI capabilities to stream it to my TV. So it'd be great to just like play on the pad in front of my computer with my feet up or whatever, just watching somebody else play something else. That's why I use my Vita the most. So
The Wii U does have YouTube on it.
I
You got to
don't
do
use
that.
YouTube for anything but this podcast, to be honest.
I use way too much YouTube.
Yeah. So yeah, exciting. Do you have any news you want to share?
Not really news, but you did say you finally read Chapter 62, and I kind of want to talk about that.
Shit.
Yeah, that was my reaction.
I don't want to spoil anything though, because
But, alright. Yeah, we won't spoil anything, but we're talking about Attack on Titan. Did you see that coming?
no, it was so weird. It was like I don't know. I didn't see anything coming. I didn't see the lead up to it coming. I thought I knew where it was going, and then like the entire 62 just blew it out of the water. Because I read 61 and then 62 right after each other.
Apparently it's a well-known like fan theory that happens. It only just became confirmed by this. But I didn't see any of the signs of how it would happen.
No, that was weird. It was cool though. I really enjoyed it.
I must have gone over the last maybe 4 or 5 pages trying to understand what was happening.
I can't wait. I read it through and I'm like, what's happening? And then I got to the end and saw like the last panel in that page or something, and I'm like, oh shit! So I had to reread it all again.
Yeah.
The perspective if I knew what was actually happening, it was, or what happened in the end. I can't wait to see that in the anime in like 3 years' time or whatever. I would love to see how they do that.
Well, this isn't spoilers, but like I said, I read somewhere that chapter 65 they're going to focus more on the basement, so I'm guessing that the whole revolution thing they're doing right now will end soon, and that'll probably be the second series of the anime.
Yeah, well, it was kind of concluding, well, it was reaching a climax, I guess, around there, but
I just feel like
it's going in some really interesting places.
I feel like it's just dragging on, really. I mean, there's been like 3 or 4 chapters now where nothing's been happening.
Oh, but everything's been happening because it's got like people in suits and uniforms, and it's really cool, and they're all talking.
Suits? I have not seen anybody in a
Well,
suit.
you know, like the long trench coats and stuff. Ah, it was cool, dude. It's cool.
It is.
I don't know. At some point, I know what you mean. Like, there hasn't been a Titan in like ever, but it's so cool. Those people are really creepy.
We still see. I don't want to spoil anything that's happened past the anime, so I'll just say we still don't know what's happened with the Colossal Titan or the Armored Titan. That doesn't spoil anything for anybody who's only watched the anime, and people who have read the manga up till now will understand what I mean.
Well, that doesn't spoil anything at all, does it? Yo, there's Titans in Attack on Titan.
What if Aramin was a Titan?
He would have lovely hair.
I really want to see an Aramin Titan with the stupid He-Man hair.
I don't. He should be put down. He should have been put down in like chapter 3 or something. There's characters I prefer that have died along the way. Again, I'm not going to spoil any, but that he's alive really upsets me.
Yeah. Thing is, you like all the background characters.
Yes, I like Boris. He is the coolest. That's only because he looks like the Persona main character. But no, he's got like 3 names. I think he was Suji in the manga or something. Or maybe I don't know. He's got like 3 different names.
I don't know either of them.
I was watching a stream of somebody who played the first like hour of that the other day off Golden, and I immediately went on Animax on the PS4 and just started streaming the anime because they've got like that and Golden, like the first season, which is like 40 episodes. I only watched like 1, but it's so cool.
Yeah.
I really want to play that game again, but it's like 60 hours and I would get nowhere with anything else.
Tell me, did you... I was going to say, did you watch more episodes of Korra?
No, I got into 1 episode, right? And it was that, like, it was just, you knew what was happening. There was no like weird reveals or anything. Like, you could see how everything was going to happen before it happened. Like, it was super basic, I guess, shallow maybe. I'm sure it gets more interesting, but that first episode didn't do much of anything to capture me.
So what you're saying, no surprises came out of nowhere like an RKO?
No, do you want to talk a bit about Randy Orton?
And how the RKO out of nowhere meme has just sprouted over the internet in the past week.
Yeah, I've heard that a few places.
They are amazing. It's just like videos of Randy Orton RKOing like a giraffe that falls over and stuff.
Is this something recent then? Is like Randy Orton had a resurgence?
Apparently there were Shawn Michaels vines where he would like super kick people falling over. And now it's become Randy Orton. And now it's becoming Stone Cold vines. But,
so how long until this makes it into like Raw or something and it's a storyline?
Well, it's kind of happening because when the popularity of the RKO vines were hit, Randy Orton pulled that RKO out of nowhere on Dolph Ziggler, where it's like a power bomb into an RKO. The internet exploded over it.
I exploded when you just said that because Dolph Ziggler has the loveliest hair.
Oh, I can't wait for this Sunday. Hell in a Cell. It's going to be great, hopefully.
Is that another pay-per-view, is it?
Yep.
Well, I guess it's now on the network, but...
Not Dolph Ziggler. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins in a Hell in a Cell. It's going to be great.
So what's happening with John Cena? Is he just going downhill fast?
John Cena, well, basically, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are feuding because Seth Rollins betrayed Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns in the Shields, and all the fans were really getting into it, and it was like the feud was getting some heat, and then out of nowhere, John Cena inserts himself into it and just kills it. So last Monday they had Dean Ambrose beat John Cena for the rights to face Seth Rollins this Sunday. So
Did I see a picture of like Dolph Ziggler kicking Seth Rollins in the face? Was that some promo?
I think they had a match on last Monday.
Because Seth Rollins, I try to draw his name out because
Seth
that's what you do.
Rollins.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Rollins totally had a briefcase in his hand, so I thought something cool was happening.
He is Mr. Money in the Bank. He can cash that briefcase in any time he wants against the world champion, which so happens to be Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
And he gets destroyed by Brock Lesnar.
He tried to cash it in once. It was not SummerSlam. What was the last pay-per-view?
I have no idea.
No. Oh, it's killing me now. What was the last pay-per-view? Night of Champions. It was John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, and John Cena was about to defeat Brock Lesnar after like 5 AAs and like 3 STFUs, or STFs I guess, because they're now PG. And then
jargon is killing me over here.
basically he hit him with like 8 finishes, was about to pin him, then Seth Rollins ran in, hit Cena with the briefcase to stop him from pinning Brock Lesnar, to save Lesnar from losing the title. And then he went and curb stomped Brock Lesnar and tried to cash in the Money in the Bank on him. Yeah. And then Dean Ambrose came out and stopped him. Weird. Oh, it was fucking great.
Weird. I remember you telling me about that actually at the time.
Oh, I freaked out at the time. It was so great. Brock Lesnar's not supposed to appear until like December on TV again.
Why is that? Just because he's like...
Because he costs like tons of money to appear on TV, and they don't want to bring him on for like every Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Even though
I saw the power rankings the other day. Hasn't Cena bombed to like position 3 or something now?
Oh, that doesn't matter. Cena will overcome the odds and reach number 1 again at no time.
Well, I still wish they brought him out as the Undertaker version 2 or something. The Undertaker resurrected the Under Cena. That would have been way cooler.
Cena comes in. That's what Cena can be next year. He can have black merchandise.
What would he'd have to change his slogan something though. Grab some of the lyrics from the Wiz Khalifa tracks he's doing and that might be good.
You can't see me because you're buried.
They totally have Bonfire by Knife Party, which is like really old, on the curated soundtrack they're putting up on iTunes.
Really?
It was really weird, yeah. Is that
they
someone's theme tune or something, or is it just music that Cena likes?
No, it's just music that I guess Vince McMahon likes. He likes, what's that horrible band? I can't remember now. But Vince McMahon likes really old...
One Direction.
Yes, One Direction in my WWE games. Great.
Nirvana. Actually, I quite like Nirvana, but...
I want to make a stable of the One Direction guys and have them win all the titles.
You, Me at 6, I hear they're hot with the teen girls.
Never heard of them.
Green Day. Come on.
Busted.
McFly. Oh my god, we sound like 80. I'm way into Daft Punk, don't know if you know this. So, anything else to look at wrestling?
Not really.
Anything at all?
No, I think that's about it.
So I saw some of the NBA, 2K, NBA, all the acronyms you can think of into a game title. That's about basketball. So I saw some of the career mode from that. It looks really cool. They have like weird cutscenes and stuff.
Do they?
Like, yeah, they totally have. I think they have like press conferences and scandals and shit that happens.
That's
so I wonder if any of that will come into the WWE games. Or is that the kind of thing that you do over several years to advertise it as a new feature?
I know that in WWE 2K15, there's you can choose to be a heel or a face depending on what you do in social media. It's like if John Cena if John Cena gives you like a shout out on Twitter, you can like shun him or you can thank him, and it'll depend whether you're good or bad. Or you can be like you can be like a fan favorite that everybody cheers for, even though you're a massive asshole who insults people on Twitter and stuff and cheats in matches.
Oh, I wonder if you'd be able to share your creator characters, couldn't you? So I could theoretically bring your wrestler into my game. We could totally have a rivalry or something.
There is a feature where you can have because the whole story mode is you make your own creator wrestler, and you go
Yep.
through NXT. You can be invaded by other people's creator wrestlers.
Oh,
So
you're just speaking the language here. Can't wait.
you
Can't
could
wait.
be.
The fucking Spartan will return to the ring and crush Exodia. There's some storylines going on here.
Oh, that was a great match, but it was also terrible.
I see. That's the thing. I love 2K14, but it's so janky at spots. Like getting into a multiplayer match is so hard. The way you have to quit out to the main menu like every time you want to play again.
Yeah,
It's just brutal. It's brutal. But,
it's all worth it to see Triple H versus Triple H in a table match.
do you remember when there was like, wasn't there like 3 Triple H's and then you as a Titan or something? I think that was one that I don't know. Anything's possible. But isn't 2K15 out in November 18th? Is it?
November 18th for the next gen consoles, I think. I think
Well,
it's
that's
like,
the only one that matters.
yeah,
obviously.
all the new features are only coming for next gen, so there's no
that's a
real
bummer.
point in buying it for the old gen.
Yeah, it was like that with Shadow of Mordor as well. Like the whole Nemesis system wasn't in the old gen version.
Really?
Yep, which is like the thing you're buying that game for because the story's kind of bad.
That seems dumb to me.
Yeah, it seems super. Well, no, I guess they're using the CPU and stuff because it is really intelligent.
Yeah.
But when I publish that review, see on the site now, www.GameDropZone.com, reviews/all reviews,
Sorry,
Probably
Carl, what was
reviews.
that website again? I missed it.
www.GameDropZone.com.
Oh, of course, www.GameDropZone.com. Of course.
Only $9.99. No. You can get all the John Cena you want for free on that site. But, yeah, when I published that review, I had a really weird moment because in the reviews in the all reviews, which is an awesome feature I made myself, you can. I wanted to put the platforms in, so this is what you can buy that game on, sort of thing. Not necessarily what I reviewed it on, because nowadays a lot of that isn't really relevant. It's like you've got 100 lines of resolution different or something. It doesn't really matter. But
Yeah.
with Shadow of Mordor, I specifically just posted the PC and next gen versions because the current gen, I guess, but the 360 and PS3 aren't out yet, and yeah, they're not going to have the Nemesis system. So we'll probably do that with the WWE review that you'll be doing.
I will be doing, hopefully.
I want that review up within launch day. Find a way of getting it
Launch day.
early. But
Just go to 2K and ask for review copies.
yeah, I'm sure they'll send it out to us. We're reputable. We do like T-shirts. 2K, feel free to send us wrestling merchandise. We'll do something with it. It's all good. But yeah. So that's to look forward to. You're doing like every game in November, aren't you? Isn't that how that's happened?
I want to do Halo, wrestling, and maybe Assassin's Creed if I do get it.
Good.
I think
Well,
there was
they're all
another
out on the same day, aren't they? Yeah, there was 3 games on the same day you wanted to review, and Halo's
Halo-
4 games in one. So
Halo has been pushed forward. I think it's coming out Tuesday in the UK now, not Friday.
all right, that's awesome. Like any other game in any other country.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, the Xbox games tend to come out Tuesdays because that's when the store updates every week.
Yeah, we're gonna have to preload that because there's no way we can install 45 gigs on launch day and then download 20.
Oh, that's going to be terrible.
It's not gonna happen. But we're gonna play that entire game co-op.
Legendary.
Legendary. Lasso.
I looked through the achievements. There are like lasso achievements for doing it on Legendary. We are going to 100% Halo Master Chief Collection.
We do this with, I literally tried to do this with every Halo game. This game's got 4,000 achievement points. We're probably fucked.
No, because it's I think maybe there's achievements that go over all 4 games. It's like kill 2,000 jackals, and that's worth some.
Alright, that could be really cool if it works. I don't know. I'm not super confident. I'm
Hopefully.
interested to see how they handle the multiplayer though, because 100 maps. I mean, it's already really hard to get a map you want on Halo 4 or something now. So,
Yeah,
but bringing it back
and
to
with
some Halo
separate
news,
leaderboards for every game.
well, we can't compete on leaderboards. Spartan Strike PC game coming out in December. So I totally lied about Microsoft not having anything in December. They have that. It's basically nothing. They should probably not release another top-down dual thumbstick shooter ever again because Spartan Assault was garbage that took me 4 months to complete.
And no,
And this one's not even coming to the Xbox.
It's dumb.
What?
It's so dumb.
You're not going to Halo on the Halo console that isn't really selling all as well as the competition. Like, I don't know. Seems dumb. I'm sure it will come, but like, why isn't it day one? Like, buy it through Microsoft or something. Instead, you can buy it through Steam. So that pissed me off.
Games for Windows Live is dead now. Rest in peace. Try to forget.
Well, it's coming to the Windows Store on Steam, isn't it? But it is PC only. I believe I was reading that there's no multiplayer. It's just single player. But I could be making that up, and I'm pretty sure I read it somewhere.
That's fine with me. I never played any of Spartan Assault's multiplayer anyway.
But I hear it's also longer than Spartan Assault, which is a problem because Spartan Assault was already short, and it wasn't good, so I don't think I'll play anymore.
I enjoy spending $5 to buy a rocket launcher for one mission.
Oh, I think the game's only $5 actually.
I got it for free, so I'm not complaining.
Oh yeah, you weren't there day one of release, pre-ordering Spartan Assault. That was like it was like Christmas Eve. I think it was out on the. Or at least that's when I got it. I was super excited. I was more excited for that than I was for Christmas because it was a new Halo game, and I was instantly bummed out. Also crashed my Xbox One like 4 times when I tried to play it at launch as well. So great, but yeah, I think that's what we've got for news, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
That was our news segment then. That last half hour. Yeah, I don't have any more notes.
No, I didn't come prepared. It turns out
Never do.
the only preparation I had was, turns out I have a Mountain Dew storage in one of my drawers in my desk.
How much are you getting paid for this?
Well, you can't put a price on good quality game fuel. Now with double XP, you can rank up faster.
I want in on this money. Where are you getting this hot marketing dollars? Come on. Cut me in.
Me and Frank O'Connor, we're tight.
I want to drink Dew together. We call it Dew because you know we like it.
Do the do.
I want to point out I don't drink energy drinks anymore. I'm off that shit. So fuck Mountain Dew is what I'm saying.
But you drink coffee.
That's... Coffee is what I live for. But it is not an energy drink. Sorry, what was your story? Mountain Dew cabinet or something?
Oh yeah, it just turns out I had a bunch of Mountain Dew in a drawer, which I didn't know existed until now. So that woke me up. That was my preparation for this.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
You're like, shit, Kyle messaged me quick down 4. And then feel like shit for the next 10 minutes. Yeah, so if you don't have anything else, then I guess that about wraps it up.
I think it's time to drop out of here.
Going to drop out of this dogcast. I don't know the joke you're making. It's not a very good pun.
www.GameDropZone.com.
Like, subscribe, and invite your friends.
Share on social media using the hashtag DogDropcastZone.
It's really catchy. All your friends will know it soon. Actually, there is one more thing I want to discuss a little bit. Just because this is the only place we can really have a discussion, because it's weird to have a discussion in text. About reviews and kind of how we handle them.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's something I've been thinking about a lot, given that the internet is like a toxic waste zone at the minute. And, I mean, we have that review policy, which pretty much says this, but I thought it'd be good to have a little discussion about it.
Sure.
Especially now, we're, like I said before, we're reaching into the Wii U. I have no nostalgia for that. I think some of it looks objectively bad. So, yeah,
What people need to understand is when we review something, it is our own personal opinion and experience with the game we are talking about.
Well, people always throw around this objectivity. That's always the word they use. You're biased against this. You're biased for it or whatever. And I know why people do that, because nobody wants to hear a game they bought or a game they like or franchise they like. And even if they haven't played the game, you want to defend it. You don't want to hear someone shitting on something you like.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, we're exactly the same. I can listen to somebody else's podcast and get super pissed off when they're dismissive of a game's lore that I really like. But yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to come out and say these are our opinions, because that's what a review is. It's you play the game. Oh, that's the reviews we're doing. I know other sites do things differently, but
yeah, we
just play the game and we write the review, and the score at the end should reflect the text in the review. It's not necessarily saying that. I love Sunrider, right? It's a episodic series, and the first 2 chapters are out 5 out of 5. Does not mean I look at something like Shadow of Mordor and say, you should not buy Shadow of Mordor, which got 4 out of 5. you should all go and buy Sunrider because it's it's what you like.
It's subjective.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at Shadow of Mordor and say, I don't like cutting off the heads of orcs or something. You could be totally into anime and look at Sunrider and be like, yeah, of course this is a better game. But you've just got to approach it with the right mindset. Like the score is not meant to be measured against other games necessarily.
Yeah.
There are times when you could, like, if there were 2 racing games out, one got a 3 and the other one got a 5, then you probably know the 5's better because they're fundamentally the same. But
yeah.
Also, not that we've had any problems with reviews. It's just something I wanted to talk about.
We talked about while we weren't recording. I think we were playing some GTA the other night. We're talking about if we ever got review copies or copies of games early. That's great. Thank you for whoever gave them to us. But we're not going to change our personal opinion or turn the review in a positive light if we think the game's crap just because you gave us a game to review.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I would play these games anyway. And I like to think I play them the same, even if I'm reviewing them. Like, I found Alien very difficult to review because it went on way too long. And a lot of my enjoyment of that game was washed out during my middle period of it, which should be reflected in the review. But,
yeah.
That took me like a week to review. That's why that was so late after the game launched, because we get it later over here, and then we have to play it, and we all have other commitments and stuff. So,
yeah.
Our reviews are never going to be day one. I mean, we were pretty fast with Destiny, but that's only because everybody got it at the same time. And then that was Destiny one was weird because you saw a lot of on Metacritic specifically, you saw a lot of newspaper sites and like the Daily Mail or something like that would post their review and it would be like 95 out of 100 or something, and they'd have posted it like a day after launch. So you could have, in theory, played everything in that game, all the content, all the areas and stuff in that day. But I don't know how likely were they to have done that.
Yeah.
Like, I even felt weird posting it when we did. I mean, it was several days of playing it. I already had 40 hours of playtime or something. So I feel I'd seen it adequately, but
yeah,
our review was lower than a lot of averages. Like, I don't like to read other people's, even their scores, really, just because the fear that might affect how I think of it or something. Because if I'm loving a game and then everybody else is giving it 6 out of 10, I'm like, that might put me off. So I try not to read these things, but
yeah.
But that's not normally a problem, is it? Because we review a week after everyone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're totally the reviewer's experience with the game, and the score is to reflect the feel of the text.
Yeah, if we like something or don't like something, that's our own personal opinion. I mean, you can disagree with it, but it's not going to change how we feel.
It's a popular trend, though. A lot of sites have turned into this way of... You see, if you're not going to read the review, you're not going to understand why the game scored what it did, is the real crux of it. But we don't score by component, we don't do graphics against anything else. There's no weighting involved, it's just, this is our opinion. Here's 1,000 words, or 3,000 words in the case of Destiny and Watch Dogs. Why we think these games are kind of mediocre and not that great. So yeah, we don't review by component. We don't weight anything against another. We don't weight graphics against gameplay or anything like that. So yeah, I would... Hopefully this podcast and people reading multiple reviews, because we do have quite a good number of returning visitors to the site. I hope that they begin to learn maybe a bit of our opinions and can realize what they might get from a game based on what we've said about it. From prior knowledge of how we think about games. I naturally care more about games with a tight narrative and tone and stuff, whereas you might care more about, I don't know, fucking co-op experiences or something. So it's people need to learn the differences between me and you and the kind of things we look for in a game. But I think they're the most valuable reviews because they're really honest above all else, which is what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Have fun. Play games. Don't, tell people to kill themselves on the internet or anything. That's not good. But anyone involved.
Don't tell anybody to kill anybody at all.
No, be happy and play video games together. That's why we have...
Or alone, if that makes you happy.
Xbox Live. I love playing video games alone. I hate people. I played the entire Old Republic alone 8 times through. What does that say?
I know, I love playing with myself alone, too.
That's why this room's dark. That's why this is only half my monitor. Half my monitor's on Reddit right now. Goodbye, and tune in for the next episode of The Dropcast.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Been edging for about 3 months, if you know what I mean. That's getting cut, that's not staying in. I'm pumped up, by the way.
Are you?
Pumped up. We'll get to that in a minute, though. Because welcome to the Dogcast, your place on the internet. Fuck, we're starting again.
What, Dogcast? What?
Dogcast. Wait, we'll get to it. I had this fucking perfect thing. I'm Kyle Schumann, you're Matthew Kershaw, and welcome to the Dogcast. Oh fuck, my phone went off! Fuck. Oh. You know, cut this back in at the end. It'll be funny. It'll be after the music stuff.